Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. It's official, folks. Trey Lance's time with the San Francisco 49ers has come to an unexpected end. The former third overall pick, who was once hailed as a future superstar, has now found himself on the trade block with his NFL future uncertain. But it's not just Trey Lance that's making headlines today, no. The Dallas Cowboys are making some waves in the quarterback world, and their plans could have a massive impact on the future of the franchise. Now, before we dive deep into all the drama surrounding Trey Lance and what the Cowboys are planning, let's take a step back. It's important to understand how we got here and why this news is so crucial for the Cowboys. First, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys, one of the most storied franchises in the NFL. They're a team that's consistently in the playoff conversation. But let's be real, they've had their share of ups and downs in the quarterback department over the years. Dak Prescott has been the face of the franchise for quite some time now, but there's been increasing chatter about whether or not he's the long-term solution for the Cowboys. Dak has been an above-average quarterback for the most part, but he's had his fair share of struggles in key moments, especially in the postseason. There's no denying his ability, but you can't ignore the fact that the Cowboys have yet to make it to the Super Bowl with him under center. So, what does that mean for the Cowboys moving forward? Well, they've been taking a long, hard look at the quarterback position. They've known for a while that they need a strong backup plan in case Dak goes down or if things don't improve on the field. And that's where Trey Lance comes in. Lance was once one of the most highly touted quarterbacks coming out of college. He played just one full season at North Dakota State, but his raw talent was undeniable. His combination of size, arm strength, and athleticism made him a potential franchise quarterback. The 49ers saw that potential, and in 2021, they traded up to the third overall pick to take Lance. But things didn't go as planned in San Francisco. Lance struggled to stay healthy, and when he did play, he showed flashes of brilliance, but also moments of inconsistency. Meanwhile, Jimmy Garoppolo and later Brock Purdy stepped in and performed at a high level, which made Lance expendable. Fast forward to now, and the 49ers have officially moved on, trading Lance to the Cowboys for a fourth-round pick. Now, this trade is raising some serious eyebrows. Why would the Cowboys trade for a quarterback who's been so up and down in his career? Well, for starters, they're looking for a backup who has a higher ceiling than their current backup, Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush has been a solid backup over the years, but let's be honest, he's not the long-term answer if Dak were to go down again. But the Trey Lance situation is a lot more complicated than just looking for a better backup. There's a larger question here. Is Trey Lance the future of the Dallas Cowboys? This is where it gets interesting. The Cowboys have made it clear that Dak Prescott is their guy for now. He's their franchise quarterback, and they're committed to him. But at the same time, they're not blind to the reality that things could change. Injuries, regression, or even a change in philosophy could push the Cowboys to make a move in the future. So, what better way to hedge their bets than by acquiring a young, talented quarterback like Lance? If you're a Cowboys fan, you have to be excited about the potential upside that Lance brings to the table. While he may not have been able to reach his full potential with the 49ers, the Cowboys have a very different system, and the change of scenery could do wonders for his development. Plus, let's not forget that the Cowboys have one of the best offensive minds in the game with Mike McCarthy, who has had success working with quarterbacks throughout his career. But here's where things get even more interesting. The Cowboys' plan isn't just to bring in Lance as a backup and hope he develops into something special. No, they have a much bigger plan in mind. Reports are circulating that the Cowboys are looking to draft another quarterback in the upcoming draft. They're reportedly eyeing a young signal caller who could sit behind Dak Prescott and Trey Lance and eventually become the future of the franchise. Now, this is where things really start to heat up. The Cowboys aren't just bringing in Trey Lance to compete with Dak Prescott. No, they're already looking down the road and preparing for the possibility that Dak may not be the answer for the long haul. And if that's the case, they want to be in a position to draft a quarterback who could be ready to step in and take over when the time comes. This is a bold strategy, and it shows that the Cowboys are fully aware of the volatility of the quarterback position. The NFL is a quarterback-driven league, and teams that don't have a top-tier signal caller are often left in the dust. The Cowboys aren't taking any chances. They're doing their due diligence to make sure that they have a solid backup plan in place, and they're not just putting all their eggs in Dak's basket. But what does this mean for Dak Prescott? Is his job in jeopardy? Well, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Dak Prescott is still the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's not going to change anytime soon. However, the fact that the Cowboys are looking at quarterbacks in the draft and bringing in Trey Lance shows that they're preparing for every eventuality. They're not putting all their faith in Dak to be the long-term answer. And who can blame them? As much as Dak has shown promise, he hasn't been able to get the Cowboys over the hump in the playoffs. So, let's break this down a little further. If the Cowboys do end up drafting a quarterback and Lance shows development behind Dak, we could be looking at a very interesting quarterback competition in the future. Trey Lance could become a true threat to Dak's job, especially if he starts to show improvement in practice and preseason games. The Cowboys could find themselves in a position where they have to choose between Dak and Lance, and that's a scenario the team hasn't had to face in quite some time. This is the kind of quarterback drama that the Cowboys have been known for in the past, but this time, the team is taking a more calculated approach. They're building for the future while still giving Dak every chance to prove that he's the guy. But what if Dak doesn't prove it? What if he continues to struggle in big moments or gets hurt again? The Cowboys want to be prepared for that scenario. There's no doubt that the pressure is mounting on Dak Prescott to perform. The Cowboys are clearly not content with being a good team. They want to be great, and that requires consistent, elite-level play from the quarterback position. If Dak can't deliver that, then it's possible that the Cowboys could turn to Trey Lance or a future draft pick to take the reins. At the end of the day, this move by the Cowboys shows that they're taking the quarterback position seriously. They're not content with standing pat and hoping for the best. They're actively trying to secure the future of the franchise, whether that means developing Trey Lance or drafting a new quarterback to sit behind Dak. This kind of forward thinking is exactly what you want to see from a team with championship aspirations. So, what do you think? Is Trey Lance the future of the Cowboys, or will he be another failed project in a long line of quarterback questions for Dallas? Will Dak Prescott continue to be the guy, or will the Cowboys eventually look for a change at quarterback? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the Dallas Cowboys are playing the quarterback position with a level of foresight and strategy that we haven't seen in a long time. And whether it's Dak, Trey Lance, or a future draft pick under center, it's going to be a very interesting few years for the Cowboys and their quarterback situation. Thanks for watching today's video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Cowboys news, and let us know your thoughts on the Trey Lance trade and the Cowboys' plans for the future. Are you excited about the possibility of Lance being the future of the franchise, or do you think it's just a backup move? We'll see you in the next one.